Okay, this is a small forge that I just recently acquired from a friend of mine. His name is Johnny Jones. He lives near Hickory Plains, Arkansas. And I want to tell you a little bit about this forge, show you some details. I'm going to see if I can get in closer and show you. The box size is about 6 by 8 by 12 inches. And it's a forced air type, although the forced air can be taken off and it can be used as a Venturi style, but with that little extra blast of air, it really boosts the heat and gives you a little bit of control, especially in the wind. But anyway, there's the switch that operates the fan, and then we have the air feed coming in the top. I'm going to reach in here and open this door. This handle is right or left-handed, of course. It has a poured refractory bottom and ceramic board top and sides. And that opening is about a little over 4 inches square. And out here we have a tool arm that has a plate that this can be switched around and gotten right up close so that this plate will be right in the door. And back here we have a little arm that reaches up and can grab the workpiece and hold it steady when you walk back or step back. And it can be used in the front bar or the front holder or the back holder, either one. And again, this table can spin 180 and be up right next to the forge itself. It's on a stand that's about 4 feet tall, and it's just a neat little forge that's rather lightweight, portable. To transport it, you just take a couple of little bolts out of it, take the box off. This just sets in the top here, so all this lifts off, and I'm going to myself, and Johnny will do this probably soon, is put a male and female connector right here so all this can be completely separated. It'll be a 3-piece system. You'll have the box, the blower, and the stand separate, and then you can transport it. So I'm going to fire this thing up and do a little forging on it, and we'll show you how it operates. So give me just a second. I'm Lin Rhea, and I'm going to do a little forging demo of a small hunting knife. And I'm using the forge that Johnny Jones made. And I want to see how it works. I've already got the steel up to heat. Start drawing the point on it. Here on the patio forging. I usually use a coal forge I have here under the gazebo. Got my little hay button handle that somebody has cut down, but this is the one I keep out here so me and the boys can forge at times. That point down, drawing it out. 3.5-inch blade. It's for a friend of mine in Alabama. His name's Jim Springer. Jim and his brother Steve have become good friends of mine. They're very interested in knives and how they work, and we talk real regular on the phone. So I'm making Steve a G3 camp knife. Jim makes this hunter, so we're going to be kind of anxious to get it to him before deer season starts this year. I've got the cutting edge kind of drawn out, but it's shaped like a banana. So what I want to do is straighten that out. I'm going to show you how I do that. Tang area where the material's going to pull out for the tang at least is cut off, and now I'm going to heat up the back and draw the tang out. Sometimes you don't have a fuller and you want to pinch that back down, start drawing the material for the tang out. I'll use the edge of the anvil, I get down there and just start knocking it in and start pulling it out to the back. Started drawing the tang out. It's kind of pinched up, but I'm going to pull it on out now. See, it's getting thinner, drawn out longer. I just keep repeating that process until it's tapered both ways. I should have just about the right amount of material to make that tang. getting thinner, longer. What I'm doing now is the final straightening. I got it just an even color of red. And I'm just checking it. See if it's kind of straight. It is. Making sure that everywhere it's supposed to be flat, it's kind of flat, and everywhere it's supposed to be curved, it is the right general direction. What I'm doing is looking down it to make sure the tang, the blade, is kind of all lining up. First step of getting your handle right. Now what I'll do, another thing about this forge, is now that I've got the blade shaped the way I want it, I can soften it a little bit by putting it in the forge and closing the door on it. So let's do that real quick and shut her down. We'll call this job done. Okay. Now I'm going to shut the forge down, let the atmosphere of the forge hit the blade more. And that's a good thing about having this little door. Put that on there, and it'll keep that blade nice and red for a few hours because it's insulated well, and then that'll soften the blade. So I appreciate you watching our little video. This is a backyard kind of a thing, and it's certainly not professional, but we just wanted to show how we forge a small hunting knife. We also wanted to try this new forge out. And again, Johnny Jones of Hickory Plains, Arkansas, built this forge, and we've been back and forth the last couple of days talking about improvements, and we have some real improvements on it, although it don't need much. The main thing is we're going to move the switch over to the riser itself right down here, so it'll all be able to be separated and lifted off. So the extension cord that runs the whole thing will come right directly into the switch that's mounted over here, and that way it can all be separated for transport real easy. Again, we want to thank you for letting us do this, and we hope we've helped somebody that wants to learn to make knives in the forging process. We hope that in some way it's been a help. So thanks again.